Good morning. I'm glad to be worshiping with you today. In this way, it's we're still getting used to this to an online service and worshiping in this format, but I am glad that I get to do it with you. If you're like me, you've heard a lot of talk over the course of this last week about reopenings and all sorts of other things that are getting ready to happen as we come back together, and know that the church council and myself, that we are in conversations about how that will look and how that will happen for us, and know that as time goes on, we'll be sharing that information with you all so that we can gather again safely and together with one another at the right time for when that will be possible. For now, enjoy the spring weather and this time that we have to share with one another. We do have a few announcements, just a few announcements for this week. One, the church council is going to be meeting this week by Zoom for the most part. We'll have a few folks who will be here at the church, but mostly it will be by Zoom, which ought to be one of the strangest church council meetings I've had ever. So we'll be kind of making some more of those plans. Also, the other big announcement for this week is, if you haven't yet, I invite you to go over to Good Sense and share in their Pay It Forward program. That is a program that allows you to buy a pound of meat or a pound of cheese from them, and then if you want, you can pay that forward and purchase another pound of meat or another pound of cheese that will come to the food pantry, and will help us help others through this time. I invite you to let me rephrase that. I am glad that I can be in worship with you today, and I'm looking forward to the days when we will come back through these doors together and share worship with one another. But for now, let us worship today. Even in this different way, this is still the time when we can gather together and be God's people. Now, as we get ready to worship, let me offer a word of prayer. Let us pray. Most gracious and loving God, we give you thanks as we gather here today for our time of worship and gathering together. Lord, open our hearts and open our minds, and we receive your word, that we come into your grace, that we know your peace, and that we can share the joy of your love in this day and all the days to come. All this we ask in your Son's name. Amen. Will you join us in singing our first song today?